So things are looking a little better this week. We've made back pretty much all the money we'd lost from 2 weeks ago, the 2,500 pounds. We're about the break-even point at the moment. So this is the summary of accounts, and as you can see, we are at 12.5, which is very close to break-even. We're just a hair below. And this is what it looks like in the charts. You can see the significant dip, and now we're at 0.26% down. But yeah, it's inconsequential, completely inconsequential. So we're doing okay. So we're finally up to date with the videos. I'm recording this on Tuesday. So I'm just more or less a couple of days behind. And next week we'll hopefully be back on track. And also finally a breakthrough on the trader itself. The computer I was running it on, it kept losing the internet connection, which was causing me all sorts of problems. And I've just discovered a BIOS setting which was having the CPU shut down power, which was disconnecting from all the peripherals, including the internet. So I've disabled that, and now the thing runs like clockwork. The only issue is FXCM. They give you what they call a token. It's a big long string of letters and numbers in order for you to hook up securely with the server. And they tell you it's for life, but every once in a while it just fails. It just stops working. And you get these error messages saying it's not authorized. And it happened again, and so it went down for 10 hours before I discovered that. This is something that's gonna have to be addressed once I put live money in there, because we can't have the token just suddenly failing, you know, when it feels like it, because it shuts down the trader. And at the moment it's just pretend money, and I'm just trying to prove something on the internet. But things go well, I will shortly be putting in live money, also known as real money. I'm hesitant to say this is for certain, but I'm also hoping to start a series called Simplenomics, which is basically taking what economists would like to make very, very complicated and simplify it so actually anyone can understand it. Much like you could describe a brake pedal as a piston which increases the pressure of the hydraulics, which then moves other pistons at a levered pressure in order to squeeze some metal or push against some metal, depending whether it's a disc or a drum, and that will increase the friction and thus slowing the vehicle. Or you could just say, push this pedal and the vehicle will slow down. And economists seem to be fascinated by the calculus necessary to calculate the precision of the pressure in the pistons and the leverage and so forth. But for 99.9% of the applications, you don't need to know that. All you need to know is press the pedal and the vehicle slows down. That's all you need to know. You really don't need to know probably 98% of what economists feel like you have to know in order to understand economics. Economics is as complicated as the vehicle. To build a vehicle, to build an actual car, you need to know an awful lot about an awful lot of things. But to operate one successfully, basically all you need to know is steering wheel, the pedals, and then practice just moving it around. That's all you really need to know. You do not need calculus to drive a car. Similarly, you do not need calculus to drive an economy if you know how it's working. Once you realize this, it's quite simple to step out of the forest of technicality and detail, and into the sunshine, where a very great deal is obvious. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week.